So why should the Congress leadership have been stopped from visiting Hathras? Dr. Patra, if the opposition in this country wants to go and visit and pay their condolences to the victim's family, no matter which part of the country that may be, no matter who rules that particular state, surely they have the right to be able to do so. Why were they stopped today, Dr. Patra?
No, of course they have every right, but rule is rule for everyone. You may be Rahul Gandhi or you may be an ordinary citizen of this country. And the rule of this country is if there is section 144 imposed anywhere, you have to, if you are going with a cavalcade, if you are not traveling alone, if you are going with banners and posters, if you are going with your followers, you have to seek permission. And if the permission is granted, only then you can go to the area with section 144 imposition. Did Mr. Rahul Gandhi, did Mrs. Priyanka Vadra or other Congress leaders seek this permission? They did not. So in fact, the rule has to be followed and rule is equal for everyone, number one. Number two, I had asked a question to which in fact my Congress counterpart got annoyed tonight. The question was very simple. In Rajasthan, the Rajasthan Chief Minister, Mr. Ashok Gehlot, had categorically said that there was no rape of the minor sisters there, and in fact they had gone on their own sweet will. The girls denied today. Should he not apologize? Why this tunnel vision is my question.
So we'll come to Rajasthan, but your operative part over here, Supriya Shrinate, and please do not use expletives. I'm coming to you in the confidence and the hope. You've been a TV anchor in the past. You cannot use abusive language. I will give you an opportunity to respond, but you must do this with decorum. Now, the BJP's principal charge is that Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Vadra did not have the government's permission, that section 144 had been invoked, that more people than 4 could not have assembled, and what you were trying to do was a violation of established order and norm. Respond to that, Supriya Shrinate.
Well, I can turn around and say that why does section 144 need to be invoked in Hathras? Why have the borders of Hathras been sealed? What are they so scared of that people will do? And Rahul Gandhi was willing to walk all alone. Why was he then detained and arrested? And then they couldn't produce papers of arrest. So let's not be so naive here as Dr. Patra would want us to believe that they stopped only because they did not have permission. I think the opposition in this country, or for that matter anybody, you for that matter would want to go and stand in solidarity with the family. You should be allowed to do so. And what is happening in Hathras? For 8 days her complaint is not registered for gang rape. Then the entire UP police and the information advisor of the chief minister calls it fake news. Then she is not transferred to a premier institute like AIMS. Then she dies. Her cremation happens in the middle of the night. Today the same DM who's in charge of the district, why did he not stop this cremation that was happening in the middle of the night? They talk about being Hindus. Which Hindu cremation happens in this thick of dark? Please tell me. And when you want to go and show your solidarity and extend your sympathy, you are made to stop and arrested. I mean, I don't understand why.
No, but the BJP is questioning why.
For so many kilometers, then people were arrested.
No, one second, Supriya. BJP is questioning why the Gandhi siblings wanted to go to Hathras and not to Jaipur or Ajmer. I have here data from the National Crime Records Bureau for 2019. Rajasthan recorded 5,997 rape cases in 2019. Uttar Pradesh at 3,065. So the number of rapes in Rajasthan on your watch is almost twice the number of rapes in Uttar Pradesh according to NCRB data.
I am glad you are pointing out data because I swear by data and I have always as a journalist like you just mentioned. The latest data, and I'll counter this, the latest data tabled in Parliament by the NCW says from March to September, the number of crime against women in UP were 5,470. The second highest state was Delhi, and they had crimes of only 1697. Look at the crime against women. And are we going to look away from a horrific crime? Listen, anywhere a woman is molested, brutal things happen against her, we need to condemn this. But we cannot deflect attention from Hathras. Look at what has happened. Isn't this power play? Isn't this cover up by the UP government? The ADG of Law and Order needs to know the law better. He is saying no semen was found, so no rape. Maybe he remembers the law 30 years back when he was in the police academy. It was changed in 2013 under section 375 and he isn't even aware. So I don't know where the shame really lies.